using a word like profuse bleeding is that you have investigated. You've seen that he bled seriously.
Yeah. Guys, like and share this video. The first phone when I use, I don't know say the audio just come out.
Let me address Faithful God. Faithful God, how did the police, if they have conducted the investigation, how did they miss the fact of profuse bleeding and violent altercation and sequence? Because these are the sequences that lead to his death, right?
Yeah.
The profuse bleeding is what led to the nurse coming to the house. But the witnesses in the case said they didn't see much blood. The one of the inside even said it was a minor. Even the wife, the principal said there was not.
My brother.
It was a minor.
Let me say this: the police exhumed this body. They saw the body and they investigate this thing before they give us report. I think, God, please go ahead, please.
Let's take it one step at a time. Okay, so the confusion initially is to do with the difference between interrogation and investigation. Yeah. We have someone who believes that they are learned and they are experienced in the field, and is also actually come to create confusion. And he said, investigation is investigation. There's no such thing as thorough investigation. There is. Thorough investigation is simply when you want to establish the truth. Period. Right? So let him not tell us there is nothing such as thorough investigation. There is. So he needs to go back to school. He's in his field, but he needs to learn from his superiors or from experience or whatever. Now let's have a look at this situation. We need to also be very careful to establish whether the people that went to the 26 people were invited. Because when you are invited, there is always something mild about being invited. They are not forcing you to come down, but you are invited. So out of your own volition, hold on. Let me hold on.
You made a definition. You hold on, sir. I'm sorry. You made a definition of thorough investigation. Please, how did it arrive at that? I want to Google it so that I want to be knowledgeable.
Thorough investigation is investigation made when you want to establish the truth. When you interrogate.
It came from me.
Why finish? You are interjecting. Guys. But stop interjecting. Let me finish. When I finish.
No. Why
don't I finish? Why don't you interject?
No, he has said it. No, I'm asking
I haven't
questions.
finished what I'm saying. Let me finish.
You said it. You've said it.
Let me
thorough
finish.
investigation is out of investigation, right?
But why don't
Guys, like and share.
But why can you not be patient? Let me finish. When I finish, let's not confuse ourselves.
Exactly.
There's no
One
point
after the other, me
coming up
understand that.
and not allowed to talk. Right? So what I'm saying to you, if we bring 26 people in and we interrogate 26 people, we as D1 said, we now need to put everything together and try and establish the truth based on what everybody is saying. If people are saying different things, there is no single source of truth in that matter. And on the surface, if police do an on the surface investigation, it means that they literally rushed giving a speech to the nation about this situation without doing proper investigation. I.e., if you tell me that someone punched the glass, and if it is in some other countries, which can even be an African country, the vehicle in question will be sanitized. First of all, they will show us a video of that vehicle. They will go around it, they will open the doors, and we will be able to actually see exactly what they are talking about. But what these people have come up with is a broken window of a vehicle, and I'm sure it's just few photos from any angle. But if you want to do your forensic as a human being, look at a picture of what the police is actually offered you. Go and look for a picture of a Prado.
Yeah.
And from that angle, you'll probably find out that that broken window that they are showing you is not a broken window from a Prado. Right. So when you put this whole thing together, all these guys have done is just to piece everything that people have said, and based on their interpretation, they've gone to the conference, and that is the reason, more reason why words like profuse just came into play.
You just said the same thing I said, but you said I have to go back to school, sir. You're confusing and you're not making a straight.
No, that's if I said the same thing as you said, if I said the same thing as you said,
You have not said anything.
there is a statement you made. You said there's no such thing as a thorough investigation.
One after
You
the
said
other.
there's no such thing as a thorough investigation, and that's where I agree.
Yes, because I'm here to see that. I'm here to see that, sir.
You're just talking, but you're not letting me explain what I meant by that. What I mean by that is, in any place that works, the first thing they tell you is an investigation. Hopefully, I guess I should have used that because you guys are arguing based on semantics. Hopefully, the whole idea of an investigation is to do a thorough investigation. This is you're just adding English.
But you said there's no such thing. You said there's no such thing as a thorough investigation. It's just investigation and that's it. So don't confuse yourself and try to change the narrative and change your statement. You said there's no such thing as a thorough investigation. And there is.
What is an investigation? Please define investigation and define thorough investigation, because in your own sentence you've said proper investigation. You've used proper investigation. You've used proper investigation.
And you do not feedback.
Please, I'm sorry to join the group now.
Hey, silence yourself now.
I think that person that is talking about this thorough investigation.
Okay, so IT guy. Now, the two questions I wanted to ask you when I was telling Faithful God is, even in your own sentence, you said thorough investigation. You said
proper investigation.
Proper investigation. God bless you. Now, that is define investigation, define proper, define thorough.
Jesus Christ.
Let's all speak it from there.
Exactly. Semantics.
So I need
tell us what I'm adding stuff. An investigation is supposed to dig for the truth.
Okay, so
every investigation is supposed to be thorough.
You asked me a question. You asked me a question, and you don't want me.
I don't know the thorough. Beauty is beauty. Highly beauty is
English. Let me say something to you. Let me say something to you.
English go
You
push
can
some
be
people
in
for
school
God today.
and you can write a report. And a report can just be sketchy. Yeah, your teacher can actually then say to you, I want you to go back and do a thorough research. Coming up with noise now.
That your noise too much, I beg. Talk next time.
Oh, for God's sake.
She really wants to talk. I don't know what.
She needs to take off her earpiece or something she's using.
She's in
a noisy place, but
what I'm saying, when I say what is worth doing is worth doing well. So I can do something and not do it well, and I can go to my mom or dad and they can say to me, no, that one there is not going to work. So you go back and do it properly.
That's a big
so there is always going to be. We all have different opinions.
That's different.
But what I'm saying to you, but it may be different. But in this case,
completely correct.
In this case, the police have not done a thorough investigation. If they ask, why is it that when we went to the coroner, we took this to the coroner,
We took this
No,
to the coroner.
investigation
And when we
is
got to the
investigation.
coroner, we realized that everybody's story is different.
Guys, can I?
Everybody's story is different.
To explain.
So if you look at it properly, if things were done properly and thoroughly, people would have been interrogated to a point that when they get to the coroner, everybody's story will be in line, because you would have been locked up, you would have been put in a process to establish the truth from what you are saying. And I still maintain one thing: when the two prime people are in a position to tell us about what happened to Mohbad. The wife carried the baby, run this way, prime boy ran this way to Cubano, and then what happens in that period of time, that short period of time? If those two people come together, if the police actually really sit the two of them down, or not together, obviously interrogate them properly, they will be able to tell us what transpired between the time one person ran this way, the other person ran that way.
It is an interrogation. It is a preliminary report that are trying to get from the kid.
Preliminary report doesn't have
Please add me.
preliminary report.
Please just add me. I want to say
And this is
one or two
wishy-washy.
things so that
Yeah,
I'm
preliminary
getting this.
report is wishy-washy.
IT guy. Can I say this and I'll drop? Okay, guys, just spare me a little bit of time. What I'm saying is there is a difference, especially when the charges are they have such high consequences, murder, manslaughter. Like when you're mentioning things like this, it's different than you're doing a high school report or a university paper and you didn't do it properly. The first thing you should understand is when you're doing an investigation of this caliber, that's why they have units such as the homicide unit. Their job is to do everything as thorough as possible. You don't want to be that guy that has to go back, and there's already a mandate. When something happens like this, and if it's deemed an homicide, that means it's not natural. I'm telling you, they are ticking every box. Before they even come out to give you a public statement, best believe that they've ticked every box. From canvassing,
D1, thank
please,
you.
let me
Your
finish.
submission is accepted. God bless
No,
you.
you want you are talking about ideal situation. You are talking about
Yeah,
an
you don't finish well.
Finish.
You are
That's
talking
what
about
I'm
an
saying.
ideal situation. It's different from what we are talking about here. You are talking about an ideal. How
That's
it's
why I'm
supposed to
trying
be
to
done.
break it down, and you.
You're right. You're correct.
Are you ready?
But we never reach that stage. We are not rushing Nigeria because Nigeria no the way to the world they are
We
doing.
are not against that.
We bribe
What we
never
are saying
finish.
is that police did investigate, but they did not do thorough investigation on this case.
I
Because you will not tell me they are talking like thorough investigation.
I
Guy,
accept.
this is
That's very
English word. Go
correct.
to the
They did an
Google and put
investigation,
it
but it
there.
wasn't thorough.
It will bring it up.
No problem.
You are talking about an ideal situation. An ideal is to do what you're talking about. They ought to have done what you're telling us now, but they didn't do it. That's not what I'm saying. They didn't do it.
It is not an investigation. It is
If they really do thoroughly proper investigation for that person of Gosha,
Interrogation is just ask you question. It's just you first mean I ask you question. Guy,
your answer direct.
fourth man.
I faithful God. Just listen for a second. This is where the confusion is happening, and whether you want to accept it or not, it's up to you. This is my opinion. What I think happened. Remember, they never really got involved in this case until there was a public outcry.
Yeah.
Right? Now, when the public outcry came, this is what I think happened. They just gathered a few people together and say, okay, just look into it. You know what? Make it quick. So they talk to A, B, C, D, E, F. And if there's one rule of any investigation, they always say this: men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. The autopsy does not. The cell phone does not. The camera does not. The audio does not. This is the first 101. So in my opinion, what I think they did, they spoke to the people that were involved, and obviously it's contradictory. They came out and they gave what I think was just he said, she said. And that's it. That's my opinion. Because if they did the right thing, or as it should have gone, the autopsy should have been expedited.
the cell phone tower warrants should have been written to MTN or Glo to say, hey, who were those in the house? So that somebody cannot say, I wasn't there. Well, you were there because your cell phone put you there.
So day one, are you now proclaiming that the investigation was improper?
It wasn't proper.
I am not proclaiming anything. I'm just saying, from my vantage point,
It wasn't
It wasn't
proper.
a proper investigation then?
No.
whatever you want to term it, proper, thorough.
No, I don't want to time it anything.
I don't know whether
it wasn't proper.
I don't know whether it was.
Is it proper? IT guy, is it proper, sir?
They just put things on paper together and just did a conference because they were under pressure.
Thank you.
P, that is exactly what we are saying here now.
At the end of the
Nigerian
day,
police did not
say
try.
what they did or didn't. We weren't there. To you, IT guy, it might be less proper. This is why I'm saying
it is not proper. 100%.
The semantics is
It got nothing to do with the language or semantics. It is not proper.
Mohbad's house was supposed to be sealed up till now, but they're not locking.
You can't force it on me, yes.
I'm not trying to force it on you.
You're allowed to take that with you, yes.
I'm not forcing it on you, but you're telling me I have to go back to school and your typical Nigerian.
No, this is an American, English and American.
As a thorough investigation, I have the reason.
Everybody is right, irrespective of any how you take things. This is just in European law they are talking of. And they forget that in Nigeria corruption is allowed.
When you're making a public statement, you need to be very careful how to make it. Don't confuse people by telling people there's no such thing as a thorough investigation. I can have a proper investigation with you. Your narrative is confusing, and you can't use your confusion to confuse any of us.
But the noise is too much now. 3 people at once they talk.
I understand what you're saying. I understand. I understand it. My opinion is my opinion. And I believe I and Fortman stand on the same.
Exactly, P. Nigerian police, they failed woefully.
Well, let me say something about what you don't understand by IT man. IT man will always use words like that. You understand? And he's never sorry for it. And that is the way he does his things. So don't feel bad.
Lillian, good evening, darling.
You're
Good
going to get
evening.
more of him because he remains on the platform. You're going to get more of him from the comment section. Watch out for him so that next time you want to deal with him, you want to engage him, you know how to engage him better. Thank you. But I will still say, IT man, the IT man. Okay, go ahead, Fortman.
Okay. Yeah, the point is, if you don't agree with someone else's point, there's no need for you making such a interpretation and asking them to go back to school. For me, that is disrespectful.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not going to take your opinion. Don't force it on me. But you see, you were the one that came upstairs up to him to tell him that he should go back to school. He should go and learn more from his.
This case of justice for Mohbad, in the inquest of fighting justice, we dey always fight on comment sessions, on live broadcasts everywhere. We disagree to re-agree. That is the only way we can get justice for Mohbad. It's allowed.
No.
If you want to listen,
Guys, like and share.
I am not saying that. I will keep it as it is. I will tell you the reason why I said it. You know why I said it. But you know why I said it.
From this topic.
I will tell you why I said it.
Opinion. His opinion, please. I don't need it. His opinion. Just no. I don't need it.
Facts don't bust.
I don't need the explanation.
We don't need the explanation. I don't need the explanation.
You can't shut me down.
I don't need your. I'm not shutting you down. Don't shut me down too. I do not need the explanation. It's your opinion.
I'm not even looking for you.
Ezioku. Make una take am
I'm
easy.
not aggressive. Why are you being aggressive? What do you have against me? Why is it that anytime I come on the platform, you're always very aggressive towards me? Why?
What is aggressive with you? You are trying to
This particular guy is always aggressive towards me.
I said something about
Because he said this is his trade.
Makaya is justice for Mohbad.
Taking a wrong utterance. You said it's your trade and you are saying there's no such thing as a thorough investigation.
Please, I'm not
When you
interested in somebody that's ready to
tell me
resolve.
this is
I'm not looking for somebody that's ready to
when you
resolve.
say
I'm
this
not
is
going
your
to
trade and you are making a wrong statement, I will go to you.
I'm not going to listen to what you're going to
So
say.
by your with me, take it anywhere.
Papa Riano, be like say you remove some of them.
I know some of
see men you dey fight like say na the woman.
I don't have to listen. I don't have to listen to what you have to say.
You don't have to be
I'm not a gentleman.
I don't have any issue
I'm a
with you.
gentleman.
Let me
No
tell you
issue with you.
Tell
Every time I
them
come on
to
this
stop.
platform, you are always
Tell them to stop.
interjecting.
Tell the IT to stop. Tell
Why?
them to stop.
Just
Don't beg
1
me.
minute.
And if I don't stop, what are you going to do?
It's just a minute.
What are you
and it's
going to
not
do?
the of the
It's
platform.
not your platform. Go and set up
Tell
your
the
own
platform.
platform.
Tell
You want to be this
I'm not going to
aggressive
stop.
and obtrusive.
Please hold
You
on.
want to be
I'm not going to hold on.
obtrusive.
If you want to be obtrusive
and drop yourself down to the kindergarten by being obtrusive and obnoxious. You think by being obnoxious you can stop it.
But this noise is too much now. Men for that matter.
Bayo, please, let's see that floor.
Tell him to stop.
Are you?
Tell him to stop.
I don't stop. It's not your platform. You don't have to come here to be obtrusive
I'm not
and obnoxious.
going to stop.
What is wrong with you?
Tell him to stop.
Every time I come on this platform,
Faith to God.
one way see me, about one way see me.
I just tired for them. And men you dey do this one like market women too. 1 minute now they will calm down. Sha. And faithful God just get important hits where you just dey hit direct before they just bad on.
He's not giving you flower. He's giving you flower.
Silly.
Don't you find the flower? What's it up? What you find flower? Oh, yeah, my flower. Don't you find flower?
What are you talking about?
Don't you find I'm not
You live in a modern world. I'm talking. You are interjecting. Also, interject. Ọmọdún mélòó ni ẹ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ọmọ 16 years old? Ọmọ ṣe àgbàlagbà irùngbọ̀n funfun with no wisdom. Your beard, your grey beard with no wisdom. You don't share?
The IT guy, it's okay, please. I'm begging you.
Why are they begging now? Why are they begging?
Please.
Why are they begging now? That's what he does.
Interjecting. That's it. One way see me. Someone will see me.
All right. Wait,
Go and sleep for this night. You can never know. I don't mingle with idiots like yourself. You can never know me.
Dear, I see what we are trying to engage.
I don't like the way you people are doing it.
You get it hot. You get it hot.
You belong to the class I belong to. What kind of authors?
Kindergarten. I wasn't even addressing you.
I belong to a better class than you. You say top movies, Alambara,
my guy, your level is your level.
You
don't know me, you will never know me. Your level is your level.
I don't know you.
I belong to a better class.
I know you. I belong to a better class. You came here to collect flowers. Collect flowers and go.
When was the last time you saw me on this platform? When was the last time you came up?
They block you everywhere now. They block you everywhere because they block you everywhere. Because they block you everywhere.
This is the only platform I don't go to any other platform but this platform. This is the only platform I come to. This is the only platform I come to.
And I saw that they talk about
One house.
All these men, you know, don't spoil this live broadcast for live. See better thing when you just dey talk.
This is the only platform you will ever hear my voice. You will never hear my voice on any platform on this TikTok apart from here. This is the only place this is my starting point. I must stop this my TikTok.
Don't address anyone on the comment section. Okay, just don't worry.
I'm not even to see my phone.
IT guys.
See, I'm not even to use my phone.
I can go to any platform, but you will never find me come up on
Bluetooth. I don't even see my phone. My phone.
I don't see my phone. Other platform, but you will never see me on anywhere. If you can find a platform that you find my voice on, oh, the platform you will never see me talk on any platform on TikTok ever. This is the only platform that I come and talk.
Guys, don't do. Just be.
You will never find me on a panel. On any platform, you will never find me on a panel. I will be in the comment section. I'll be observing. This is the only platform you will find me on the thing.
My brother, I just want to say, my brother, I think
Give us the juice. Give us the juice.
I think my brother, it may have been a miscommunication, but my thing is, I personally took it in so.
Which man will do this?
Mr. Bayo, please, let D1 say what's up.
Bayo, come, please.
I think my brother, I don't know you from Adam, me or Moirisa, Eli Jumilo, but at the end of the day, Emi Konsope, at the end of the day, ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ̀sán àìpé kí n padà lọ sí school mọ̀mí rí mo lè jẹ́ ọ̀gá níbi tí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. You don't know me, I don't know you. That's my point. My point is, I came in, my point of view is that an investigation of this caliber, I can understand if you are investigating like a shop theft and all that, you can but in a case like this, it's support. That's why around people in a place that work. Homicide. When you hear them talk, you won't even be talking about thorough. You will know that that was what I was trying to say. So now what I was trying to say is, for you, you may use words like thorough, but for me, I can say they never even did it at all. It's all semantics. But to say I should go back to school and go and learn trade work.
Before I apologize to you, let me speak. Before I apologize to D1, if everybody allow me to talk, you will understand the reason why I said what I said. Are you guys willing to listen to me?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I work in IT.
Because you work in IT.
Let me
come up to say something. You do that all the time.
Let me finish my statement. Thank you. Whoever dropped him did the world a favor. So the point I'm trying to make is, I work in IT, and then we use certain terminologies, right? And if I go anywhere, I don't have to Google anything. I just say what I say in my trade. D1 said something. Maybe I was rude to him. We apologize to him. But before I apologize, I just want to explain. He said something about, he works in this trade as an he understands interrogation and the difference between interrogation and all this better than most. We learn every day. So we gave him the platform, and he said something about there is no such thing as a thorough investigation. And that is the bit I disagree with that. I said, in my own opinion, maybe you need to go back to school, because you can never come and tell people on a forum, on a platform, that there is no such thing as thorough investigation. Police force up and down every corner of the world will always tell you they will leave no stone unturned, which means they're gonna investigate that matter thoroughly. So I apologize to you that I said something that you find offensive. I apologize to you. I didn't actually mean to direct it at you the way it came across. So I apologize to you. Originally, I said I owe no apology. When I say I owe no apology, it actually means that I will stick with what I said, with the statement of the fact that there is thorough investigation. Okay. So if semantics comes into it and we look at it and take it this way, that way, but the thing is, the other guy, I don't know what his problem is. He's always had issues with me, and this is the only platform you will find me speaking on. Come to the panel. I go to other platforms, listen to them, whether someone is Mama Mohbad or me or wherever it is. They are saying, yeah, well, it's good to listen. It's good to see other people's opinion. But do you want again? I'm sorry. I apologize. So I hope you accept my apology.
Okay. I think that's what that's right. 1 second. This is what I was saying. Like, it was just a miscommunication. What I'm saying is that there is no. I'm not trying to say that there is no idea of a thorough investigation. You have to remember when these people, whether they're police or whatever agency that they're working for, when they're investigating something, they have to say these things such as thorough or to reassure the people. You have to look at it from that vantage point. It's not like they're not doing it from the get-go. That's my point I was trying to make. Especially when it's something serious like a homicide, best believe that that's their intention. That's all I was trying to say, right?
Yeah, I get you.
Yes, so you can steal a bubble gum from a shop and police catch you and they say, so they're not going to do it. It's a small thing. So in that context, I get it. But I'm saying,
if you look at the
homicide.
Yeah, okay. Look at it this way. Look at it this way. You see,
Guys, like and share.
Yeah, but if you... Yeah, I know. I do understand everything, and I know that we've mixed things up. Obviously, people have different opinion, and sometimes when you come aboard, you're coming up with an opinion already. You're coming up because things have been discussed already. And then you coming off that, and people can then have a way to counter. No, it wasn't halfway through. I was listening. Before I request, I always make sure that I listen properly before I come up. Right? When I come up, and that modus is a factor.
Ogami, ìgbà mi wọlé, ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti lọ far. Ibi tèmi ti wọlé ni pé wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ interrogation and investigation. Èmi dẹ̀ ń try láti clear pé interrogation it would be me.
Where I came in. Yeah, but that's exactly where I came. But like I said, it's just the fact that you made a statement that there's no such thing as a thorough investigation.
No, that's
no. You said it, but I heard it, and that's what you said.
But that's
exactly
the context that I.
So yeah, but what I'm saying is that is the bit I'm thinking. Let's clarify that. Let's not leave this platform with a notion that there is no such thing as a thorough investigation. That's all.
Okay. My own is that in this kind of case, I don't want to know who's at fault. I don't want to know who's to blame. If everything was to have been done properly, there should have been 3 crime scenes. The house, the car, and the alleged hospital. This place should have been taped off.
That's correct. Off your generator, madam.
And this is where I have an issue when they say someone bled profusely. I'm telling you, if you were to go to any court case and pull that case, you will see pictures. These people, they document everything. You can't just say someone bled profusely. And I know they're not mandated to show us, I understand. But if you go and do a freedom of information disclosure, I'm telling you, if the case is not redacted or anything, you will see the pool of blood should have been snapped. The dimension at which the blood spatter should have been snapped. Like so many things should have been done. And these are just basic things. Basic.
Our people have just done a sketching, put it together, and go to
and they give us a press conference. And
a press conference. So if you look at that, they did it because they were under pressure by their bosses and their superior.
And this is what I was.
In the next 48 hours, you have to put something out there.
So when I go and people
they've now opened their asses into the air now, and we now see how incompetent. So that's where we are.
IT guy, intention yẹn kò sí láti bẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún wọn. So wọ́n kàn gbé àwọn people yìí jọ ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ kó gbogbo ẹ̀jọ́.
Yes, that's what they've done.
Wọ́n ṣe investigation ibi tí mo ń tà láti sọ nìyẹn, but some people can say thorough. Someone like me can say they didn't do it. Another person can say they didn't do proper. This is what I meant by semantics. It depends on where you are, where you stand. But Tabafe rule, case to the point. Oh, shekini to. I wish I can explain. Oh, shekini, one interrogate one. And interrogation is inside investigation. You interrogate, but once you interrogate, you now start to say, and he paro, bobo ni alibi. Okay, let me use one thing. Someone like Baba Mohbad, he said they call him. They shouldn't even argue with the man. Go and meet MTN. Say, what time, Baba, did they call you? Approximately. You do the cell phone dump. That means MTN my phone file. Or my tick, boya paper form, boya electronic. You'll be able to see. You'll be able to see everything on the history of that phone. That man cannot lie. If you do this for all the parties involved, I promise you, men lie, women lie. Now, you see now what's coming out now? That one person say, tell the truth. This one saying, tell the truth. This one saying, tell the truth. People lie. This is human being. People lie. But I'll tell you what will not lie. That cell phone camera will not lie. If they canvas, you say canvas, that means all my fears say all my ring.
You see, one point as well in any jurisdiction across the globe, and I'm not leaving any nooks and corner of this world out. You see, the moment the people at the top tell you to go and do an investigation, it becomes an investigation. And if the people at the top don't have the resources, if they don't have the resources to do that, or they cannot be bothered, they want to quickly push it across under the carpet. Yeah. So the bottom line at the end of the day is just one of those where people have said it so many times on various platforms that if Nigerian police really want to do their work, they will do it.
Exactly.
But the thing is, if there's an obstruction from the top,
there's nothing you can do.
You know, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing to us Nigerians as a nation. That after 5 months, they're telling us another 10 weeks to get the result of autopsy. But not only that, anybody in the world, I don't care whether in Tanzania, or in South Africa, in America, or Alaska, or Congo, for that matter, anywhere, will look at this situation and actually feel sorry for us Nigerians.
Exactly.
We're looking for justice. One guy, one man, a nation of 250 million plus people. One simple situation. Our authorities, our president of this nation, the House of Senate, House of anything we have, and all the sons we have in Nigeria. The embarrassing thing is we cannot find any. We took our case to the gutters, to a point where we've taken our case to the marketplace. And then we can leave TikTok and go to Berekete. And I don't have anything against Berekete. But can you imagine, we have sons in this nation. We class ourselves as a sovereign nation. And we are struggling to investigate a case in IKORODU. Not Lagos, so let's forget about Lagos. IKORODU.
IT. Let me say that.
IKORODU. We as a nation, we are struggling to find someone who will be emphatic and say, I want this case done and closed right now. As in, like, go and investigate this thing, and let's just lock up anyone that is involved that's actually done anything wrong.
Let me say this and I rest my case. In a situation, and this is just me. In a situation, look at this case I'm not on any team. I actually really
I just don't have a place. I don't even know how to look at the case. But I'm saying, in a situation where your police force cannot even give you a timeline, a proper timeline backed by facts and evidence as to when the time of death is that where you're trying, like, you're already starting the investigation on a like, it doesn't make sense. People say Sunday, people say Tuesday, people say Wednesday. This is what happens.
I mean, the thing is, we are lost in translation. And the thing is, again, if you have Lagos State, and you take it from IKORODU, and we have a governor in Lagos State, we have a judiciary process within our Lagos State. And up till today, we are dilly-dallying about the fact, about the truth. It means people at the top in authority are suppressing the process of getting justice in this matter. And, the police will be there, the police commissioner will be there, the state governor, and various other, let's say, group of people in the hierarchy of how we look after ourselves and how we keep citizens safe. Somewhere along the line, so this whole case is being suppressed. So we can't have something like the coroner aspect of things that can come to disrepute. I've never heard that before. That you have a coroner process. It's just to establish the cause of death. And somewhere along the line, the whole thing just went into disrepute, and then that stopped, and then we are now fighting for it to be brought back and be realigned again. Then we have a problem. This case, I hope we get justice out of it anyway.
I hope too.
IT guy, what I really want to say is, for me, it's not that our policemen are not working, they actually work, but because I think there are some people who are actually sitting on this case, and because of that, they wouldn't want to do anything. That's my own opinion, I believe there are some top people who are trying to suppress this case, just like you said.
Yeah.
And because of that, finding justice is taking a longer time. You know what I mean? If they really want to work, and they want to find out what actually happened to this young man, they will do it. And will find justice in no time. But because of what is going on, and then because of those who are actually sitting on top of this case, it's making everything difficult to do. The police, if they want to work in Nigeria, they will do it. I know that we have a powerful police force who can actually do a good job. But right about now, it's difficult because those who are sitting on this case, those who are on top of this case are strong men in Nigeria. So for me, it's making it very difficult to find justice. But I still believe that one day, very soon,
justice will come out. Exactly. My people, like and share video. We must get justice for Mohbad.
What you said, the IT guy.
Yeah, thing is, the grace of God is one thing. The grace of God is all over the place. But I can assure you, if we put the grace of God side by Nigeria, by now, Nigeria will be sort of the most successful nation in the world. It's literally by the offerings of people willing to do the right thing.
Yeah, correct. That's correct. Our country there is being taken over into that nobody is seeing the truth anymore. Nobody is seeing the truth anymore because of the corruption that has taken over.
Do you know how they say the truth is priceless, and the truth can be bought as well. So, and I think that if people go into a process where they have motives, and those motives part of the motive can be people finishing people off because they want to take over their wealth. And people conniving with other people because they want to get a piece of the cake. So, and the people on the ground, if you interview 26 people definitely have 26 different reasons why they have to lie.
Yeah.
Please, I have a question.
That's right.
The question is that, is it possible to have international body to look at a case in Nigeria? Because the truth be told, a lot of people are exposed, and a lot of people have seen the way things are being done.
That's what will be their houses.
And at this point, the police has actually failed us. There's no point in sugarcoating anything.
At all.
They failed us in so many ways. People that are supposed to be under scrutiny and other real investigation are still working about, having access to a crime scene, having access to permutate the truth. Because I don't know why some people has actually not been locked up the following day or 2 days after.
People like we need Darosha, Dura,
even up till now, if I'm not mistaken. So they've, in fact, frustrated the whole evidence process. And if not for TikTok, people that with Nigerians are actually on TikTok, that case would have gone cold, or it have actually would have been swept under the carpet, or it would have been on someone else someone innocent. So, in as much as we are fighting for justice, or we are actually, I'm part of the people fighting for justice, but the truth is that I don't want to use the curse word. Some people are actually there frustrating the process. So, is it possible, or has it ever happened before? You know, I'm still a very young guy, that an international body is being invited to investigate.
The only way international body could be invited, Mohbad will fly with the body to any part of the Western world.
See, let me tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is that they will still look for another narrative to paint, and push towards. They paint the narrative of the nurse. They paint it. Even police PRO came on TV to paint that narrative with a lot of evidences that shows that narrative is not making sense. Yeah. And they came on with their black clothes and black and blue clothes to come and paint that narrative as if we are babies. So if they can actually go to that extent, Nigerian police force can actually stoop so low to that extent, and we are still waiting that they will get justice. I don't think they will still find a way to suppress it.
Let me bring your attention to one thing. Some time ago in South Africa, there is an athlete, I can't remember his name, but he killed the girlfriend, shot the girlfriend, and wanted to make
That's Oscar Pistorius.
To make it seem as if it was an intruder that did the job. And if you look at the situation and you look at South Africa, and you look at how divided they are in terms of race and all that kind of stuff, right? That even may have been a situation that you can reach out to the rest of the world to sort of like say, let's do a bit of brainstorm. Let's pass some of that information on to our compatriots out there, maybe Interpol or whatever, and people across other countries, so they can actually sort of like look at it and assist us to try and put the pieces of the jigsaw together. But you have to congratulate and give it to South Africa, as complicated as that case was. They unraveled, they investigated, they forensicked, they sanitized, they resanitized, and relentlessly, because justice must be had. And because they were actually keen on justice being served, they left no stone unturned. How many years is going to take? How many months? How many people we have to reinterrogate?
Guys, like and share this video. Justice
if you
for
keep
Mohbad.
interrogating liars, they will eventually slip up. Now, if you commit a crime and you leave Nigeria and you as some people have said, oh, let me get a visa, let me just try and get and go on holiday, and you disappear and all that kind of stuff, yeah. The hands of the law in other part of the world can actually sort of like be part of the process. And maybe by so doing, if you get arrested and repatriated, they can help you within that process to investigate, but nobody will allow people to cross boundaries. And then even this matter as it is in Lagos right now, for the case to be taken to Abuja, it means you crossing jurisdiction. And it will be a child's play for us to believe that the case can leave Lagos and go to Abuja when, IKORODU is more like a borough in Lagos. So you understand? So you don't invite people to come and make you look incompetent. So unless there's a situation where someone has actually crossed boundaries, then there may be a reason. Just like, remember Igbo, when Igbo was when he went to disappear from Nigeria and he was going to go through Cotonou or wherever, and then he got arrested and that. And then when he got arrested and he was incarcerated there, then within that jurisdiction, from a human right point of view, they have a reason to want to know the reason why they have to repatriate him. And they need to make sure that when they do repatriate him, they don't repatriate him to a point where he gets enslaved. So there's international aspect of justice that we allow people outside your jurisdiction to intervene in a case similar to this. But in this case, I think it will be difficult for you to think that you are not competent enough to do the job and you want to invite people across your jurisdiction to come and help you investigate. I think everybody will definitely find that comical.
Thank you very much, IT guy. Thank you, sir. I think what you just said now, you're spot on 100%. Inviting outsider to come into Nigeria, I think it will make our police force look so incompetent, and they are going to back at us back for doing that to them. I think for now we only have one option, and that option is what has even taken us this far. And that option, if I'm going to be honest with everybody, is still bracketed. The reason for that is that even though Abuja is not where the whole shenanigans happened, but for a minute, the case can still be not as if officially taken to Abuja, but if some of those people can be taken to Abuja, the way Mama Mohbad has gotten there to have their say, because it's more, the guy network is more broad and widened than anybody online, because the Human Rights Radio and Television, they operate there, has the ears of all the government officials, the ministers, even the presidency, all of them listen to the program and watch it. So whatever is going on there, the IG of police, all of them are aware. So, and I can categorically say almost all Nigerians abroad, let me say 70 or 80% of them will listen to the program. People who are following
especially this time of
already,
has done many awareness.
So if there can be a way, 1, 2, 3 among those guys can get to Abuja and spill a little bit of beans they are spilling online. There is a lot of things going on online that make people, even the officials, to think that, oh, those people online, they are just making noise, that they won't spoiling the case. Even Prime Boy himself made mention of that 3 days ago. That is you people online, that you have scattered this case, because that was exactly the feedback it was getting from the people around.
Nobody scattered
Sorry, excuse me, right there, please, sorry, please. I think that's the feedback that Prime Boy himself was getting, and other people were saying the same thing as well. So if that could get to that place, it will help us to, widen the net of the whole thing, and people who are supposed to listen to see, they will see it immediately. And he himself have access to all these people. So if there I mentioned it earlier, if there is going to be a way that can be possible, because at this rate we are going, we can't trust anybody in Lagos State. Let us be honest with ourselves. We can't trust anybody in Lagos State. And
as far as
these people we are dealing with, they are highly connected as well. And that is why this case has been stalling for this long. Probably they thought by now everybody will have get tired. People who are making money off the case, people who are not even serious, everybody will have just go and find somewhere and sit down and they move on to the next this thing.
But they are surprised.
That guy, with that guy at the helms of the affairs of the case, there will be a lot of people who will be interested. The minister was there when Mama Mohbad was presenting those things that day, and I'm sure after the show, the man is actually working undergroundly, so and I'm sure after the show, a lot of things will be going on as well. Mama Mohbad is back to the presently.
Minister of what was there?
I think the Minister of Information and something like that. So after that,
okay,
I'm listening.
We now need the kangaroo court to get justice.
You are not going to get justice.
We're not being ashamed of ourselves, really. I mean, why would
we have to face.
Hold on,
we need to face the reality on ground. This is Nigeria. You and I don't know maybe
think like Nigeria.
This is a kangaroo court, man. It is a kangaroo.
No, you are not understanding. It's not a court.
Justice by so it doesn't matter which exposure it gives you.
So where do you want to get the justice? If I may ask you, excuse me, IT guy, if I may ask you something, the same police people that could not see the, where the whole thing happened, the same police people that know exactly what to do, that they didn't do it. So is it the same police people that the Mohbad themselves write petition to? They stamped the petition, they did nothing.
Nothing.
Is it the same police? So who exactly, where do you want to get the justice? When you have a voice.
They will give you justice.
Brekete can lead us to, because of the Brekete is why you see them coming out to talk. In case
to talk about what? To talk about what?
You have been following this since September 12th.
Sorry, supervise.
5 months is gone. We haven't gone anywhere. We're talking about how many weeks.
Supervise. I don't think the people. I don't think most people will that way. Out of there, a lot of. That's what they're saying.
We can't hear you. There's a lot of noise.
Please, can you speak up? We can't hear you.
The noise is not coming from me.
It's the generator.
Okay, can you speak up? Speak up, please.
The Nigeria generator.
Yeah, sorry, it wasn't coming from me. What I'm saying is, out of fear, a lot of them will not go on. They will not go on Brekete because they feel like the whole world is watching them. People are watching them. They might interrogate them right on the spot, say the wrong thing. So if that's what supervisors expected, it's not going to happen. It literally is unrealistic. The police and the Nigerian government just need to do their job. They've not been doing anything. They've been trying to...
Thank you very much. Where's the clapping meter? Let me give you 5,000 ballet meter. What are you talking about? We're going to a kangaroo place. We take our case to a kangaroo court.
Thank you forever. I can
let the people we pay. They collect taxes from 250 millions of Nigerians. Let them do the work they are paid to do.
My brother.
Don't stop saying that. Stop saying that. Okay. It saddens me that you can make excuse for people in authority and say this is Nigeria. This is not the Nigeria that Nigeria should be. We should be able. See, the thing is, if you look at it, this thing left the TikTok platform, and it gets they culminated up to a point where they uplifted it and decided that they need to take it nationwide, and we now need to take it to a TV station. You know, just like taking it to NTA. So we can get entertained at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning before we head out to work.
Yeah.
Come on. Brekete is doing what he's doing. He's advocate on behalf of people on the street who need instant justice. Why don't we take this thing to some of the courts we have? We have some courts on I don't know whether it's TikTok, some lawyer will be there, people will have disputes, and we take them off the streets and they go in there, we get televised, and then why don't we just set up a little county court somewhere and just put a TV camera in there and then get more entertainment out of it? This is becoming an entertainment, really.
Thank you very much. You see, all this thing we are saying is never going to move the police and it's never going to work. The reality about Nigeria is staring at all of us in the face. The truth about Nigeria is that you need a higher voice to speak. And when the higher voice speaks, the people in power listen, either we like it or not. And that's the truth. Brekete has that for now above most of us. With
so why is he not listening to you?
Even if, to me,
citizen of this nation. Our
citizen of the nation. That's exactly what I'm talking about. For now, when Nigeria gets better.
I say it when I put it in your diary. It will not get us anywhere.
No. See, don't rubbish what the guy has been doing.
I'm not
Please,
rubbishing.
all the guy needs
I haven't
for
said anything wrong. I'm just telling you, it will not get us anywhere.
He's going to get us somewhere.
See,
He's going to get us somewhere.
April.
where we are going.
Brekete is going to take us somewhere, and it's going to get to the bottom of this case, and we are going to see justice each and at last.
Good evening, everybody.
And I'll be quiet.
Hi.
Super vibes. I do agree to a certain extent that Brekete does have influence with some, associates. I'm guessing with maybe like governments or people in the police force, and he might have some certain influence. However, knowing the Nigerian government and the police, if they don't want to work, these people will not work. It's absolutely tiring. So I think what we can do is just keep pushing and just keep trying to fight. But to say the least, because I believe the government, if they don't want to do it, even if Brekete, his influence can only reach a certain stage. So
That's correct.
He can't even, at a certain stage, he can't go far. He can only speak for a bit, and then maybe he has influence in certain places. But if they don't want to do it, they won't do it. So it's our voice. It's we that we're going to have to keep talking and we're going to have to keep fighting.
That's very correct.
Thank you forever, darling. Sorry, Omakun, let me answer her, please. Sorry, Omakun, let me answer her, please. Sorry, Susie, sorry for a second. I get you forever. I get exactly what you're saying. You see, for now, this is how, to me, the way I see how things works. You see, for now, we can all talk. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. They are going to be listening. They will just pass and go because there are so many people talking on TikTok at the same time. They will just pass and go. Their informant will give them information to the Wumekam, to every other person. This is what they are saying. They will give them their peanuts to come and disrupt, to swear, to do this, to do that. If we are going with those counter every day, that's what we're going to continue to do. Then everybody will get tired. There are so many people who have been on this case, like frontliners before, and they all got tired, and some are still keep pushing. So now, but this is exactly what Brekete give us. Like what you rightfully said, is connected, fine. He has the voice. Yeah. He has a larger audience. The whole eyes of the world is with him presently now.
And that is why it is very easy to be compromised.
Because people didn't know. But you see one thing, we can't already know. That man is going to break it. And most of us who are even justice for Mohbad, we didn't even know. We only find Baba there that same day. Now, this is what happened. The police that has been on the case since September 12th, it was when Brekete called the commissioner of Lagos State that he was just telling Brekete that, in the next 12 months, this thing will be how. Which means
they are not done anything.
Boy body's fluid or whatever they take for the autopsy and the rest. Sending out to the United States. That means it's just recent. Not as if they've been doing it or they've done it or
nothing.
Like December or October or so. Which means that all this thing we have been talking, it didn't get to them. It was on the time that this guy just brought in the whole thing up. That everybody, this guy literally can bring anybody into his studio. He can literally take in Baba Mohbad to anybody and present the case to them. Now, he says something that I want us to all listen to. He said, there is nothing that will not make this man get justice. He said the people who are upholding justice, you already know them. And for now, if this justice is not going to happen, and he's going to open his mouth and tell us this and this and this are the people who didn't make this thing to happen. So, invariably, what this man means is that he needs our prayer. He needs our support. For now, you and I don't have any voice. No matter, carry placard now, go and protest on the street if they are not going to shoot anybody or go and say something.
The Brekete you're talking about is one-sided anyway. So, because it's only Baba Mohbad that
Brekete can never be one-sided.
You're not going to
That's what you want to say.
You're not going to fight him, woman, there. So until
somebody said something the other time that he said Team Wumi are not going to go there. You know the reason why they are not going to go to Brekete is because instantly on the spot, Brekete will put them on the spot and they are going to spill the bean.
Do you think Brekete, Wumi will go to Brekete?
She will never
That
go.
is the reason why the show is one-sided.
Well, we don't even need women at Brekete. The people we need at Brekete are the people who are around the cases.
We don't need Brekete right now to actually.
Who do you need? Who do you need?
We already have it.
Who do you need? We need the people that we put in place who are part of our jurisdiction and part of the entire nation's judiciary process to do what they are there to do. We don't want a situation where anything happens at any given time. It's like the military taking over. It's literally like the junta's taking over. And then we have this person who is going to get people to talk. Okay, it's going to get people. They will take this thing, they will bring it back. We have to wait another 10 weeks. And in that 10 weeks, we are going to sit down here, narrate it, break it down, argue about it, fight about it. And in 10 weeks' time, a different story. And Brekete is not going to have an influence on that because there is no part of our judiciary process that actually has people like Brekete advocating on behalf of anyone.
See why it is that
it's just a situation where we've taken things from TikTok and we've just taken the charade across to an open kangaroo platform.
No, stop saying kangaroo. Brekete is not a kangaroo podcast.
No. You don't know.
As the type of justice we're talking about is concerned, Brekete is no place for this case to be heard, to be narrated or discussed.
The only thing I noticed with Brekete is if people when it did for Mohbad case, all those top politicians, top singers, tough bata of them, or guys, they will finally compromise with Brekete, paying off to back up the case. Then anything just come out to tell the public is done.
Ring the bell, bring everybody out, and let the public raise their hands.
That person knows what is chasing him or her. This is not Mama Mohbad versus Wumi. No, let's cancel that.
All we need to do is
Wumi said he wants justice for the baby father. Let us go to Brekete.
And have Barakata on one side. So we have Team Mohbad on Brekete, and then Barakata. We have Team Wumi, and then we can then start exchanging notes in between. Maybe in between we'll give Babam Bush in the middle, so that those ones are the people that will come and start.
Whatever anybody can turn into, everybody can
Brekete, places. A man, a celebrity go killed in his own house. You are taking the case to Brekete of all places.
No. See, let me tell you something.
Can we give our space to talk?
The police that was supposed to be on this case from the start, they virtually did nothing. And that is why this come to TikTok. And now on TikTok, of course, just like I can't see your name. I'm very sorry. The other chairman has said. They are not giving us this thing here. Since we've been talking on TikTok, did we bring any commissioner of Lagos State to this case? No. Did police PPRO come to talk about these cases we've been talking about on TikTok? No. But when this issue goes to Brekete called the police PRO. Brekete called the commissioner from Lagos State. So now, if Brekete is not making impact, why are those people on this case? Do you think Papariano will be the one to sit down and call this thing and call the commissioner in Lagos State? No. So please, if we are for justice for Mohbad, I think anybody that is for justice for Mohbad will allow Brekete to do this amazing job.
Exactly.
Let me tell you the role of Brekete in this case. Fine, we have some people that don't want to get story, right? If Brekete was able to succeed to make everything, if Brekete was able to succeed to make all the evidence bearing, and if police will not arrest the people they are supposed to arrest, I'm telling you, there will be unrest in this country. There will be unrest because right now, everybody is just it's one way or two things that is holding us. That is the truth. But allow Brekete to expose everything and to put it on the table the evidence that is so glaring, that unblemished evidence, and let those worry not go and arrest people they are supposed to arrest. Then you will know that arrest will happen in this country. Which one?
Okay, will you get? Do you think you will get justice in 10 weeks? Do we get justice in 10 weeks time?
What I'm saying.
10 weeks time. Do we get justice in 10 weeks time?
I'm so sorry. Apart from bringing Baba Mohbad, I'm guessing you and the
justice for Mohbad, guys.
He wanted Berekete to bring the people around, like Prime Boy and all those other people that were arrested in the beginning. However, I'm thinking according to their bail condition, because I'm sure they will have bail condition. I don't think they can be going on live TV or live shows.
But if not Berekete by this time,
so if that's
we'll never see no say they don't do
I don't
autopsy.
think that would actually happen. So we're
So
gonna,
they are abandon Mohbad for
someone have to try and find another way or another alternative to try to get others to talk or not to come on the live show and talk about the case. I don't think they can do that.
Good evening,
Well, if not
everybody. This is Susan here. Good evening. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. We are all doing very well. We are all doing very well. Justice for Mohbad and justice we must get. Yes. Been hearing you guys talking about Berekete since for Berekete is 50 for us, okay? Berekete is a big boost for us, big boost for us in this case. Why did I say Berekete is a big boost for us? Because he have the big audience, okay? And the big audience. The only problem I kind of have with Berekete should carry the public around, okay? If he don't carry the public around, because me and you,
now we get the pressure, now we
started
get the
this
pressure.
movement, okay? But the way things is going now, we are going to leave everything in his hand, and if you all suggest we should leave everything in hand, then we are going to have problem. I think what we should be doing, we should be calling into his program more to touchlight some of these things in public, you know, so that the masses and the government can be hearing us when we call in. Because for the past 1 week now, I think some of us living in abroad, we stopped calling in. I think when we call in, it's put awareness, touchlight the government's face more, to say that, hey, this case is not with Berekete alone, because Berekete is part of the government. Like he told me the first day I called to tell him about the toxicology pacement that is not found anywhere in United States. And I said something. He told me that then here in Nigeria that they don't fight government, okay? And right now as it is, this fight is between us and the government. So if Berekete says that he can fight government, then how are we going to get justice? How do we do it? We are not going to negotiate with the government, okay? He is doing a good job. He's creating more awareness. And the problem, Baba Mohbad is not the one that had this case. It's me and you that have this case, okay? This case is not for Baba Berekete. We are part of the state. We are part of Lagos State. So it's me and you who should not stop calling, telling Berekete, hey, what we need to do, we are not going to wait for 10 weeks for the autopsy. How do we do it? We need to get our autopsy done right away. Believe me, honestly, my take in this case and what I know deep in this case, by the time we come up with that, send a letter to the states, to the Lagos State, and say, hey, we need to send the group of our medical team to come and take the pacement of autopsy and toxicology. Believe me, honestly, you will see them running like, heaven is going to fall down. That is what we need to do, and that is what we need to public.
Can you share with us what you know? Can you share with us what you know? Because you said there's some deep things that you know. Maybe you can share with.
There are deep things. I've been in this case from the second week, and I was the one that called into Brekete. I'm working on getting between now and Friday to Monday. Kind of busy this week, so I've not done it yet. So I will probably come back with you guys and let you guys know if the toxicology placement is here in the US, because I was the first place I called in US on 22nd of January this year, when they told me there's no placement, was Pennsylvania, and I put it out there openly. And when I make call to his show, I told him, I was the one that told him, hey, there's no placement anywhere in United States, from Pennsylvania to Texas to New York to Alabama, all the centers, there's no. So I'm going to find out, and I would definitely, it's a promise, I would definitely come back to you guys and let you guys know. But for us to get the Lagos state government, they are playing a mind game with us. You understand? They are playing a mind game
But like
with
where
us.
me I live in parts of the Western world, they can never open up and tell you Mohbad is here or not.
We are about how
In
many
any
of
way you
us here.
seek from the
If we
hospital or
tag ourselves
mortuary,
and said, okay,
because you're
let's
not part
tag
of this
ourselves,
family,
let's
not be you
donate
dump am there.
money
You
and
not
pay for
carry
this
exam
result,
give them,
it's
they
not
don't
going to be
relate
a big
anything
deal
to
to
you.
us. You understand? We put money and send the medical team to go there. That is what I expect
Susie
to
for
do.
Justice. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I really enjoyed everything you've said so far, and the insight you gave us about your efforts and all. One critical question I'd like to ask you, which obviously we instill sort of like normality into the process. What do we know? Although they said autopsy result may or will be out in 10 weeks' time, how are they keeping us abreast of their progress? Because 5 months is gone, you're giving us 10 weeks. What is it? What gives us the confidence that they have a process in place that will actually give us this result in 10 weeks? What is it? Which confidence can they give us to ascertain that this is actually in motion?
That is what.
None. They can't give us.
Yeah. And that I'm telling you, give me for now.
Guys, like and share this video. Can we
week,
share justice for Mohbad? Your opinion is counted at the comment section.
Should the family of the deceased not actually know, follow the progress, and be informed about the progress between now and in the next 10 weeks? Should they not know to have confidence that something is really being done? Is that not part of the process?
They should know. They should supposed to be the part of the process. The same question I keep on asking: who was there? Which of the family member was there when they took out this pacement? How are we sure the pacement that was sent to the US, quote said, you understand, belongs to Mohbad? You understand? That is the reason why we, the public, should insist and talk to Blekete. Believe me, honestly, by the time 10 serious people make a call to Blekete and say, hey, sir, we need
private autopsy and
toxicology. You understand? Because since November of last year, they have the results, the Lagos State I can give you this 100%. They had the result of the autopsy. Okay? They have the result of the autopsy. As I speak, they have it. They are using the toxicology to delay us. Toxicology should be sent to UK that is close to home. Toxicology can be sent to Belgium that is close to home. Toxicology can be sent to South Africa that is close to home. It's still delaying tactics. Believe me, honestly, I am going to come back and let you guys know that there's nothing. 100% is still delayed tactics.
Oh, wow.
One thing I want to add to that is actually that we've had situation in this country where we've had eminent people. I'm sure maybe if when Abiola died and they want to do an autopsy, if they have to, and they want to do DNA, which they did and all that, just in case some people come along to the estate and, profess that they had a child for the man and whatever. Everything was done in Nigeria, was conducted in Nigeria. We believe in all this aspect of things. We believe that if a DNA is conducted in Nigeria, it will be 99.9% or 99% certain. And why is it that in this case, we have authorities pussyfooting, buying time to put their own agenda into the process? Because after 5 months and then 10 weeks, before the end of that 10 weeks, something is going to come up. Trust me, write it down tonight. Something will come up before that 10-week elapses, and we're going to be looking at a different process, a different narrative. I mean, someone has died in this country. The body is fresh. We have, I'm sure, some of the, most incredible, so learned, and we still have institutions in Nigeria. We still have hospitals in Nigeria that even our eminence can actually pay to go to. So not every one of them will go to France and go to America for checkup and what have you, and they believe in all those places. Are you trying to tell me that if this thing is conducted properly and the family of the deceased are present when samples are taken, those samples can go to anywhere in the world, and can assure you the conclusion will be similar?
That's correct. Guys, so, and share. May we end on this place. Join you guys tomorrow.
And it really doesn't matter.
Good night, my amazing people. We are still seeking justice for Mohbad. Share this update. Good night.